Warning. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Continuing to watch this video may result in ruining the movie for you.
What's up, everybody? I just came back from seeing Thor. Yep. Overall, movie wasn't actually that bad. The acting was pretty good. The costume, they did a pretty cool job on the costume in relation to what it looked like in the comic book. Sometimes it felt a little too much like Halloween costume-ish. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know. Natalie Portman, who plays Jane Foster, Thor's human girlfriend love interest thing. She did a good job playing her, and Natalie Portman looks good on screen. God, she looks good on screen. Anyway, the special effects were good. They didn't look too cheesy. There was a lot of CGI, but when it comes terms to when they were fighting, it wasn't very much. It wasn't very prominent. It wasn't like Matrix Reloaded when he's doing the spin kick, and it's still like a video game to me. There's a couple cool things in there. If you haven't already seen the movie, then you probably want to stop watching now, because it's going to be a little bit of a spoiler. I'm not going to give away too much, but there's a couple cool things that they did. Eric Selvig, character played by Stellan Skarsgård, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's the friend of Jane Foster, Natalie Portman's father. He's the older guy, if you remember watching the movie. And this happens right after all of their equipment is seized by S.H.I.E.L.D. They're sitting on the roof of the building, and he's saying, he's talking about the S.H.I.E.L.D. people, and he say that he used to know this doctor, he used to work in gamma radiation, and then one day they just never heard from him again. Enter Bruce Banner. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys are slick, Marvel. I saw you thought I wasn't gonna, thought I was gamma radiation doctor, and then he vanished S.H.I.E.L.D. No, I understand. And close the very beginning when Thor's lands, he's trying to get his hammer back, and he's beating up everybody in the S.H.I.E.L.D. facility or whatever, and they're always watching. But then they send that one guy to go up to the top to shoot him, and he's like, oh, bring a gun. Man looks at the gun, looks at the bow and arrow, grabs it, and walks off, and you're just like, what? Bow and arrow? Oh, alright, okay, you think so, if you say so. And then you finally get a look at the guy, and who is it but Jeremy Renner, who will be playing Hawkeye in the Avengers movie. So thank you for that, Marvel. That is another one. They subtly threw that in there in the beginning. You might not have known that it was him. They didn't name him, but for those who know who is playing Hawkeye in the Avengers movie, as soon as you saw him on the screen, he had the bow and arrow, you were like, you know, the light bulb went off there. There was even an Iron Man reference when the big machine giant robot thing falls down, and the thing that starts blowing shit up and it falls out of friggin' space. They're like, is that one of Stark's models? It's pretty funny. People in the audience laughed, myself included, until it started blowing shit up, and they were like, oh! You know. This is a major spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear what happens after you wait for the credits at the end of the movie, stop watching right now. I'm going to give you a second to decide what you want to do. Okay, if you're still with me, that's because you want to know. Okay, so credits roll, goodbye. Finally, it takes like an hour. There's like 800 people doing hair because Thor, you know, haha. Anyway, and the first thing you see is Dr. Selvig, Professor Selvig, walking down the corridor. He meets up with Nick Fury, and Nick Fury opens a case for him, and inside of it is a cube of something not 100% sure what it is. I don't know if maybe something that I missed during the movie, or maybe just something that I'm not knowledgeable about, but it's got this cube here, and he's saying that it could be some kind of untapped power, and it's in this that you see Loki. They don't see Loki, but you see him a reflection, and he's like, oh yeah, that looks like some cool stuff, and bam, that's the end. So you know the Loki's back, and they've got some kind of thing that they're trying to get to draw energy and use energy from. So that's that's the end of that. I don't know. It's Thor. It's Thor. Ultimately, it's Thor. For me, least favorite of all the Avengers, just because. And you know what I really think it is? Because when I used to read the comic books, Thor's always he's always so cocky, but he doesn't really do much. Like, who really cares about Thor? And he's like, "You dare defy me, Thor?" And he's all, and he was like that in the beginning of the movie, and I was like, oh my god, what a douchebag. But, then he got humbled out, blah, blah, whatever. Long story short, Thor, go see it if you haven't seen it. I think the next movie that's going to be coming out in the Avengers line is Captain America, which should be promising. Captain America is, in my opinion, is a little bit of a cooler character, but as soon as that comes out, I will be seeing that, and then I'll be doing another review on that. Actually, I think I have a video coming out where I'm going to talk about the actual Avengers movie and the cast that they have in it and what I think of them people, and then we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Alright, just an afterthought. Did anybody else out there think that Loki looked a lot like Jared Leto? Jared Leto? I heard how you say his name. The lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars? No?